Hello and welcome to this instalment of Talking Trim. I'm Jonathan Skinner and today we're looking at the soft top convertible hood, the tonneau cover and the side screen storage bag for the Jaguar XK140 open two-seater Roadster. All of these items have been done in deluxe mohair canvas in black with a beige backing. Dependent on the colour you go for, you have the option of either a black backing or a beige backing as per this. But some colours only have one option in the mohair canvases. Mohair canvas being an extremely luxurious hooding material. It's the sort of creme de la creme of hooding. See our website and material and colours library for more details. And what we've got here is effectively a car set's worth of the weather equipment for a customer over in Europe for the 140 Roadster. It's a left-hand drive, as you can see from here, and then there are also some differences. There are different versions of tonneaus and different versions of the soft top convertible hood, which I'll go over shortly. It's also worth noting at this early stage that the soft top convertible hood is our unfinished version. We do offer a completely finished version, but this is the sort of part finished, as it were. And the reason for that is the hoods on these cars are hard to fit. They're the era of manufacturing, not just Jaguars, soft top convertible hoods can be very hard to fit. The XK120s and XK140s, they, should we say, hadn't quite gotten to the swing of things in terms of consistencies with the mass production side of things. So we tend to find that if you have the skill set available at your end to finish off the job, the unfinished version, as per this, is arguably the best option to go for because it allows for tweaks for the best fitment to your individual car. And areas of fitting that always cause some issue are normally around these sort of window B-post areas. And thus what we do is we make these wider than they need to be. We do the gutter channel completely separately, but we don't attach the two. And then therefore what your upholsterer does is during the fitment process, he works out the best fitment to your car around that B-post and window area. And then he makes the final adjustments and finishes to it, and therefore you should get a near perfect finish on the hood, which may be somewhat unattainable on a fully finished one. Now we do sell the fully finished ones and they do work absolutely fine, but it's just one of those things. We tend to find that sometimes people are seeking perfection beyond what the factory actually originally offered for these sorts of cars, and it's going to be very hard to pre-manufacture a standardized hood for cars that were not manufactured sort of consistently. In terms of our production techniques these days are a lot more millimeter perfect than Jaguars ever were back in the day. So we know that our hoods are all made exactly the same way, and that they fit if they're fitted correctly, but we can never guarantee the fitment to your individual car because of the idiosyncrasies of your car and possibly the incidents it's been in over the years and changes that's had happened. So that's why we tend to offer a two-tier version of this in terms of this unfinished version, which should allow a perfect finish to your car and the idiosyncrasies of your car if you have someone at your end that can finish off that job. If not, you can go for the fully finished version and just be very aware of the fitment issues that you'll encounter around the window and B-post areas, and just obviously pay a lot more attention in that area to minimize any issues. Just to show you in the book here, I'm talking about kind of around here where the side screens come down over the mirror here. This is always the area that's hard to get right on these cars here. So that's a more flexible option, shall we say. It's worth noting as well that the soft top hood, there were a few different versions of them. This one here is the long style hood, and it's got the plastic window with the zip. You can see on the back there the zip. We've left some of the material on the back side of the window there just for transit so it doesn't get scratched. I've obviously taken off the one off the top there, but you can see that sort of cut of the material on the back there for the window. But yeah, we tend to do that so that you don't get any scuffs and scratches on the window during transit. But yeah, this is the plastic window version with the zip element on it there. The tonneau cover, again, there were different versions. This is obviously left-hand drive, steering wheel on the left there, and this is the long style version. They also offered a short style version. And it depends on the fixings at the back and where that's located on the car. then you've got the side screen storage bag for storing your side screens in. They're consistent. They're always the same between the 140s and the 120s. Just looking at the book here. So this actually is the earlier style short hood that they offered. A bit of a crossover from the 120 that had a smaller, normally glass window with a chrome surround on it, before they then switched to this plastic style one here with the zip. There are a few different versions where they kind of mix and match, so I believe we have the patterns for all of them, but we always ask for some sort of in-depth photos of your current one just to make sure that we're doing like for like as such. Then tonneau cover, you can see here, this is the short style one, so the fixings are just after the rear capping rail. You can see the fixings in this picture here. So that's for the short style one. This is the longer style one. So the longer style one ended up sharing back here. So it covered some of the rear deck as well with those ones there. So like I say, lots of different versions of them. But just some general overview of the actual parts themselves. So obviously fully sewn to a point with this unfinished one. So you have all of the seam lines going down for allowing the water to run off. Obviously the windows sewn in with the zipper elements there. The underside, beige backing on this one. Like I say, we can offer black for most colours as well. And it had this element here, which is part of the fitment process around the back there. They use the eyelets on the back of the bodywork. If I just refer to, there we are, yeah, teardrops, aren't they? I believe they refer to them as. On the back there, and then obviously these are the side gutters that have been part sewn but not finished. Same again on the header rail there. You've got some hide-em for tacking it to the header rail and all the necessary fixings and whatnot in there. Then the tonneau cover, again sewn all the way around. It's reinforced, edged on the outside perimeter. It's got the zipper down the middle, although albeit slightly offset, I believe. Depending on left-hand drive versus right-hand drive. Reinforcement at the back there for the zipper. Then the side screen storage bag. They kind of join together, so they're pockets that you put them in on both sides effectively, like that. So you put your side screens in, these things, and then they can get stored in a shelf just below that capping there. Side screen storage shelf, which was normally a Hardura material on the 140 Roadsters. But yeah, just thought I'd do a quick overview. I have done other videos detailing some other XK140 Roadster weather equipment parts as well. There might be slightly different variants of them, so it's worth checking those out as well. But I just wanted to give a very basic overview of these parts here, so you're aware of the basic differences and how they're made and the quality in which they're made. So yeah, thanks for tuning in. Please remember to like, subscribe and share with other classic car enthusiasts, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.